Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Papergoy.
I'm Mr-Magazine.
And I was thinking today about how much we've all matured and changed over the last 10 to 15 years. And what I wrote down on the sheet of paper over here, and I want your thoughts on this. Now, it has to do with business, obviously. But I wrote down, bite your tongue. What do you think that we're talking about today?
I want to say something really immature.
But you've grown up.
I've grown up, yeah. So, yeah.
Our inclination is always to be right. It just is. Nobody likes to be wrong. Nobody likes to, if somebody sits there and clicks on one of your listings and tells you, you're doing this wrong, you don't know what you're doing, our first inclination is to get very defensive. The hair gets up on our back and we're like, no, this is this and that. And I know that certainly when we were younger, we both, I don't necessarily want to say lost our temper, but we certainly got baited by buyers regularly.
Oh, yeah.
And I wrote down bite your tongue because I think that is usually the best possible thing you can do. I know that in business they say that what you're supposed to do is when you're upset, type out an email and then don't send it. And then, leave it in a draft and come back 10 minutes later and read it over because that, typing it allows you to get your emotions out and then send out a professional sounding email as opposed to just right in the heat of the moment typing it. Now, I do wish that some buyers use that advice, especially when they attack you in all caps. But let me ask you, you've been attacked in all caps before.
Yeah.
What is your first, you go on, you've got 15 emails, and you're just clicking on one, and somebody says, hey, I just got this item, thank you. Okay, great. You click on the next one. Hey, can I get combined shipping? Sure, no problem. And then you click on the third one, and it's all caps, guys screaming at you about something or other. What is your first reaction?
Well, 10 years ago, I probably would do caps back at them. But you live and learn. You want to be in eBay's good graces if we're talking about eBay.
That is actually a very, very good point. Always remember, eBay has access to the messages. And if you are going to make a case with eBay and they see that this person has come at you yelling like a maniac and you're yelling like a maniac back at them, there are no winners in that. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But now I'm Mr. Nice Guy. And I answer all nicely. It's a kind of sarcastic nicely. We'll do whatever you want, sir. Just return it, no problem. Sorry you feel that way. And then when they're still belligerent and going back and forth with caps, and you contact eBay and say, hey, I'm trying to work it out with this guy, and then they'll say, and then they'll be on my side because he's being impossible, and I'm the one that wants to work it out. So that's what I would do.
Yep, and I know that there are a few people out there that don't like free returns. They don't like offering free returns. You offer them.
Yep.
I offer them, and the reason why is because you've always got that in your hip pocket. They start saying something and you can say to them, I'm sorry this didn't meet your expectations. I'm sorry that was your experience. I'm sorry you feel this way. Return for a full refund. And I even, and I don't know, I think you do sometimes, but not always, I even pay return shipping. I think some of them you do.
When they ask, I absolutely do. If it's my fault. If it's something they just don't want it, well, I might pay them when they changed their mind or got one cheap or whatever. But certainly when it's my fault, I always pay return shipping.
Yep. And I am for all times, and very rarely do I get bitten by the butt by mistake. Now, certainly if you do that, you're going to get banned because don't do that. But I'm bringing this up because I had a guy who bought a glass from me. It was a Kentucky Derby glass. And he gets the glass, and he's going, this glass is supposed to have this on it. And I go, okay, return, return for a full refund. There were pictures of the whole thing. He saw everything on it. Right. And then he goes, the authentic glasses have, and he goes on to that. And I go, please return for a full refund. And he goes on to the third thing. And this was like that. Please return for a full refund. And he was trying his best to bait me into responding in some manner.
Or to get a discount, I'll give you half off. He wanted something going on.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, he may be 100% right. I do not specialize in Kentucky Derby glasses. I don't.
Well, who reprints them? Who remakes them?
Unless it was something that they made back in the day that, fell out the back door because it wasn't, again, it certainly was old because the collection I bought it from, they were all old. Could it have been a mistake from back in the day? Certainly. Certainly it could have been.
But
Could
he
it have
saw
been?
it. He knew what he got is what he saw.
Yes.
Nothing changed. It's not one of those glasses you dip it in water and then the king eagle falls off the grill or something.
No, it certainly was not one of those. No, he certainly saw exactly what it was on it, and it got to him safely as far as, no chips, no breakage, no nothing at all like that. It got to him safely. He just, whatever reason, was telling me it was not a legitimate glass. I don't know. I don't know anything at all about it. Certainly I didn't make it. I'm certain that the person that, sold it didn't make it. So if it was
older, I'm assuming it was years
1964 or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so who really is knocking off glasses now?
But again, all I did was continue just the mantra.
Yeah.
Return for a full refund. Return for a full refund. Return for a full refund. And he said something else. I go, please use the eBay returns.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Return for a full refund. Because I wasn't going to allow myself to be baited into it. Number one, I don't know anything at all about glasses, so I don't know what I'm arguing about to start with, other than, as you said, sir, I had pictures of the glass. You saw exactly what I sent you. It isn't like I sent you the wrong glass. He wasn't saying, oh, I ordered a 64, you sent me a 66.
Right,
it wasn't anything at all like that. He got exactly what was pictured, but I wasn't going to allow myself to be dragged into something because I didn't see the purpose of it. Right. I have the returns. He can return it. He'll get his money back when it comes back to me, and then I'll probably relist it and move on. Yep. And block him, of course, so that way he doesn't make the mistake of buying the fake glass a second time, because I really don't need to hear about that. But these are all things that we've learned throughout time. Certainly when we were younger, we would have gotten into it. Like, what do you mean it's fake? I know that it's real. It's not a fake glass. Who would have been faking the glass? All that sort of thing. No, you just move on. It's got to be, water off your back. Absolutely has to be. You live longer that way. And as you said, eBay is party to those communications. So certainly they could take a look at them at any time. And if they see that one person is incoherently screaming and the other person is being very reasonable and saying, I will give you all of your money back when I receive the item back. Yeah. eBay, when it comes down to it, is going to side with the coherent person if it comes down to that. Yeah. So hopefully that does help you some. Just take a second, step back, breathe in, breathe out, move on, as Jimmy Buffett says in his song, and it will make things a lot easier. And do hit the like button. That will make things a lot easier for us as well. Sure, yeah. So hopefully that helps you some, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.